Hi guys, my name is Kimia and I post random videos on this channel every day, for a while at least. So, in today's random video, we're going to talk about how to balance studying, work, and personal life. And I personally have struggled with this throughout my entire first year, but in my second year of university, which I am still in it, I did transform my life, which we'll still see how it will turn out. I'm really hopeful about it, but we'll see. But one thing that I did actually see the effect of is this whole balancing act. So during my first year, I was absolutely not balanced for sure. I wasn't really studying a lot, but even the times that I wasn't studying, I was just Netflix or TikTok. And because I was avoiding studying because it was my procrastination, what I was running to, Netflix was my escape thing, and I just didn't feel good hanging out with friends because I was feeling guilty. I just needed something so strong to distract me. So yeah, I wasn't focused really on studying a lot. I did, however, no, I actually was. I have really high standards, but I'm comparing myself to others. I was actually studying yeah, a good amount, just not compared to myself. It wasn't a lot compared to myself. So, whatever. What happened that year was that I was depressed. I was crying every night. I wanted to kill myself, and I didn't even I got 80s, but I wasn't happy because I felt like I'm never enough. I don't know, it was really bad. It was really bad. So this year, however, I have 2 jobs. I'm a peer helper. I have a full-time course load, which are 5 courses, and I am the VP Finance of my degree's student association. And what else? And I do a lot of side things. I was in a competition this semester, but whatever. So I managed to do all of those. And also I went to the gym, and I also hang out with my friends once in a while, maybe not enough. But the thing is, I tried to juggle it all, but unfortunately some habits are they just die hard. And yeah, Netflix is a hard one to kill. I tried, I put my phone in black and white. It worked. I wasn't on Instagram anymore, which was something that I was really addicted to. I deleted TikTok. That was okay. I replaced those with Duolingo. But the thing is, for years, I always watch Netflix or TV or something. I need to be entertained while I'm eating. I can't just eat. I don't know why. I just cannot. So to this day, I still actually, Netflix is literally on right. Yeah, it's the preview thingy. But whatever. So yeah, I'm working on that. Definitely. Maybe I should just cancel my subscription, right? I should do that. You know what? I should do that. You know what? I should do that. I'm literally gonna do that right after this video. You know what? I'm gonna stop it now and I'm gonna just do it right now. I literally just deleted it. Cancel my membership. Yeah, not delete. I mean, should I just delete it? No. I mean, I still have it until January 12th, which is it's supposed to renew. It just didn't. But yeah, I don't know. You know what? I've already paid for the next week or 2, so yeah, it's gonna be okay. And also, I know I'm not going to just stop watching something now, because it's a habit of mine that I just need to be entertained while I'm eating. And as it's something that I learned in Atomic Habits, that if you're trying to get rid of a bad habit, you cannot just literally just throw it out. You have to replace it with something else. So I'm going to replace it with TED Talks. So if I need to be entertained, I will be entertained, just with something educational, right? Yeah, okay. So now that we're done with that part, let's actually talk about how to do it. Like, how do you juggle everything together? The first step is prioritizing. So is it school? Do you want super good grades? Or is it work? Do you have like financial problems, or do you prioritize experience? Like, are you in a field that having more work experience is more important than having good grades? Like, it will be okay if you have like 70s, but if you have like impressive work experience, I mean, I feel like actually in most cases, unless you're in like arts or philosophy, philosophy is arts, what am I saying? Something like psychology, I don't think like you actually need good grades. Biological sciences, it is definitely important to have experience. Like, yeah, lab work is important, but it is a STEM field, so yeah. But I feel like something like business, or it's just what I feel like, okay? Don't quote me on this. Just maybe ask probably your university is gonna have some sort of like career advisor that can help you with that, like figuring out if work experience is the most important thing, or like having like slightly good grades is good enough to get you through the door, and then your work experience is going to like sell you to the company. So yeah, but yeah, some students don't really have the option to not prioritize work because of financial problems, and well, that's life, you know, it happens. So it's just important to be able to balance it all out and not have to sacrifice anything. And for some people, which I actually think it is most students, they do prioritize personal life over school or work. But yeah, nothing needs to be sacrificed here. You just need to rank them so you can like allocate time accordingly. Like, do you need like 10 hours of studying a week? It's actually not even enough. But I mean, 10 hours of hanging out with friends, it could be a really good amount. So, you know, it's all about just comparison. Next step is figuring it out, like how to, like what time. Okay, so let's say you prioritize school, personal life, work. So when I say personal life, I mean like it could be friends, it could be video games, it could be Netflix. But I don't actually recommend Netflix or like TikTok or Instagram because they actually do not add any value, and they're not. I did talk about it in another video of like about how they're using variable ratio to reinforce dopamine and like reinforce the action by like variable ratio of dopamine. And it's dangerous, okay? And like it gets you addicted, and people are literally addicted. So it also doesn't add any value. Like, when was the last time that you were like scrolling for 2 hours and then you actually remembered something useful that you could use in your life? It usually doesn't happen, okay? Or maybe like, okay, yeah, maybe if you scrolled for 2 hours, maybe you saw one video for like 1 minute that could be used in some random situation. Is it worth it? You literally just wasted 2 hours. Yeah. But I think YouTube is a good replacement because at least you can remember what you just saw, and it doesn't really affect your attention span that much. So, yeah. Depends on also like what you're watching. But anyway, so once you figured out your priorities, now it's time to plan everything. Literally everything. If you have school, work, and you actually want to have a personal life, you need to have great time management skills. And great time management skills, they come with a great calendar. It's just inevitable. So, calendars work differently for people. Some people use physical calendars. I hate that because I've had a lot of planners, and I have a to-do list right here. To-do lists are nice, but the good thing about online calendars is that if you have a meeting, when they send you the link to the meeting, or they just send you an invite, it literally just goes right into your calendar. It has to have the option. But anyway, also it's very convenient that I get a reminder 15 minutes before. I can just set the reminder to be 1 day before, or whenever. And also I can just add things to it anytime. I don't have to be in my room close to the calendar to do it. So online calendars are definitely my preference. And because I have a lot of meetings, which usually they just send an invite through Outlook, I just use Outlook calendar. And it is a really good calendar. It has so many options. And one thing that I have never seen anyone talk about, if you're a busy person, most people use Calendly. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, but it's a website that you can create time slots so people can book meetings with you. But you have to pay for that for Calendly. But it's the same thing, same function. And it literally just adds it to your calendar, and Outlook has it. You can just do it for free. And yeah, I found that really helpful because at least people are gonna, because I meet with students, and they're gonna know that this is the time I'm free. You don't have to go back and forth with people are you free 9:30? Oh no, Friday 4:30 works for me. Oh no, not that day for me. We'll just avoid all that back and forth emailing. Horrible, right? Anyway, so after you have your calendar, you need to start adding things based on priority. So if school is your first priority, add all your class times, which I think you should do that if school is not your priority. Classes, it's not about priority. Just go to class, right? I think it's right. Anyway, so have your class times down, then put down times. Make sure you color code it, because then you don't want to get confused if you put down I don't know, micro class, and then you want to give some time, you want a time block studying for micro 2 hours after that. You don't want to get confused, right? So have your classes in one color, and then have everything else, things that you are planning, things that are not set. Because it's good to know that you have some sort of flexibility, because I know that I got really overwhelmed when I first saw my calendar, and I was freaking out. I was I'm gonna die. I can't even breathe. I can't even have lunch, which was true. I didn't have lunch most days. I only had lunch on Wednesdays, which is funny. But I survived, I guess. Halfway through the semester, I started having lunch on Thursdays too. I got 30 minutes off work. But yeah. So yeah. Start putting, even besides school, put down if you have set meetings or your work is set. Just put everything that is set down, okay? But not all work is they have like set hours. Like I'm a coordinator and like I'm working whenever time is convenient for me. So in those cases, if work is like your least priority, just leave it for like after. But yeah, so the first task, just put down everything. Second task, go now off your priorities. So if school is first, put down time slots. Like if you need to study 1 hour or 2 hour for like weekly for something, just give it a time. If you can't make it 1 week, that's okay. But you know what? When it's on your calendar, if a friend just randomly like says, hey, do you want to hang out and do nothing? Do you want to like just get Starbucks and do nothing? Then you're going to say, no, I made plans. You did. So it's easier to say no when you've committed to yourself, right? So do that. And after you're done with school, let's say now you want your personal life or like work, whatever, whichever works for you. Now set times that works for you and your friends, or like if there's a time that you want to like play video games or something like that. And then like go to work and then like see what time of the day you feel like that work, like you feel like doing that work and you will enjoy doing that work. And yeah, if you have more flexible things, it might get a little hard trying to decide what time of day and like what days to do things. But at the end of the day, if you have a calendar, you actually are able to visualize how many hours in a day you have. So let's say people get 8 hours of sleep. So you have 60, am I bad at math? Oh my god. Yeah, it's 16. Okay, why was I doubting myself? So you have 16 other hours in your day that you could do things. 16 hours a day that could be productive, right? It is crazy to think 16 hours a day. And also productivity, as Ali Abdaal says, is not just constantly working. Productivity is working efficiently, and he says some other words too. But yeah, so if you planned on playing video games, you put that on your calendar, then that's productive. It's planned. It's like you wanted to do it and you earned it, right? You worked hard the entire day. So yeah. Another thing you can do is mixing things up. So if you really want to hang out with your friends and you have a lot of schoolwork to do, start doing school with your friends. Just, it doesn't even have to, you guys don't have to be in the same program. You don't have to have the same courses. You can just study together and use the Pomodoro technique, like study for 25 minutes, take a break for 5 minutes, or like increase, like do 50 minutes of deep work, 10 minutes of break. And in that 10 minutes, you can like socialize. And it's also more like effortless to study when you're like looking at other people studying. So that is something that could really help with getting school done and also having fun with your friends. I mean, not really fun, but it might be fun, right? I've had fun studying with friends before. So yeah. And lastly, make sure to ask for help. I know in my university, at least, there are different departments for whether it's mental health or like you need help with time management or study techniques, or you need help with like getting a new job. Anything, any of these could help with creating a better life, like work-life balance. So don't be afraid to ask for help. You're paying so much to the university, so use as much as you can. Like make that tuition worth, right? And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and subscribe. And by the way, I finally have subscribers, so thank you guys for watching. Bye.